Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our guest of honor. Today, we are honored to welcome the Honorable John Cornyn, United States Senator for Texas. He will be accompanied by Mr. Richard Moxley, Chairman of the Marine Military Academy Board of Trustees, and the President of the Marine Military Academy, Colonel Christopher Dowling, United States Marine Corps, retired. Senator Cornyn, MMA Board of Trustees, community leader members of the General H.M. Smith Foundation, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Corps of Cadets, I would like to extend a warm and sincere welcome to all of you who have joined us this evening for this dinner to honor the Iwo Jima Leadership Award recipient and our new foundation members. General Smith, one of the original H.M. Smith board members, truly loved this academy and was the first person to leave a bequest. General Smith expected MMA to grow and to succeed, and today we continue to work towards the General's dreams. We, as cadets, are privileged to attend this school, and we give thanks to those who are present this evening for your generosity and your support. Without your financial assistance, we cannot fulfill the General's vision. I thank you and assure that MMA will continue to build young men of character and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Marine Military Academy. March on the colors.
Forward, march.
Distinguished guests, parents, most importantly, family and friends and cadets, welcome to the General H.M. Smith dinner. Our desire this evening is to extend a gracious and inclusive welcome to all. For now, let's relax, enjoy the camaraderie, and celebrate what brings us together, the Marine Military Academy. Tonight, we'll recognize 4 of our newest H.M. Smith Fellows, and then hear our guest of honor, United States Senator John Cornyn, who will also be recognized for his outstanding leadership and support to our military, to our country, and receiving the 2024 Iwo Jima Leadership Award. Our H.M. Smith Fellows have shaped our society and touched our lives over time by pursuing their passions in diverse fields and developing medical treatments, agriculture, farming, ranching, banking, investment planners, business management, military leaders. Tonight, we'll introduce these 4 inductees who will join the more than 180 legendary individuals as new H.M. Smith inductees. But before I commence introducing and announcing our newest fellows, may I ask all H.M. Smith Fellows currently, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. And just as important as our H.M. Smith, well, I ask that all our alumni that are here today, please stand. Outstanding. Thank you, gentlemen. Our first fellow we will recognize is Barry A. Zale. Marine Military Academy, class of 1974. And he and his family are benevolent supporters of MMA. Barry can best be described as a genuine, tender-hearted leader who was not afraid to lead others and assist them in their time of needs. I think it's a little bit important to share of a history of Barry. Barry's family's heritage reaches back to the village of Shrofov, which was in Russia close to the Polish border. Over the years, the region would change many hands between Russia, Poland, Lithuania, and Belarus. His great-grandfather would immigrate to the United States in 1904 to New York City. New York City. And escaped the horrors of Russia at the time, eventually bringing his family to Texas. His great-grandfather's brother, Sam Kruger, who would own now a jewelry store in Fort Worth, told his brother and sister-in-law, "Leave New York and come to Texas, the land of opportunity." Boy, that sounds really clear to all us Texans now. The family would move to Texas and would build the world's largest diamond empire. From a tiny Wichita Falls store to across the country and around the world, from North Texas to London to Switzerland, South Africa, the rest is history. Barry would work in the family business from the time he was old enough to push a broom or make a sale. Barry was 13 years old and working in the family shoe department in their sporting goods store when MB, his grandfather, whose name was Morris Bernard Zalaski, who had then changed to MB Zale, and the rest of the family would use that same name, Zale, came by for a visit. After trying on a pair of athletic shoes, MB complained to young Barry, "These shoes are too big." Barry, thinking on his feet, and of the sale, he quickly came up with a problem. "Grandpa, your socks are too thin." Barry learned several lessons that day. One, the importance of two sales, selling a pair of socks and a pair of shoes to his grandfather. The second one is always making sure you take care of the customer. And that's what Barry has always done. Barry would graduate from MMA and attend St. Edward's University, which welcomes thoughtful minds, caring hearts, and clarity of leadership, a place where he excelled at. After graduation, Barry became a supervisor in the Guild Division of Zale's Jewelry. Barry ran a division of Bailey, Banks, and Biddle on the East Coast. And after the sale of the company, he would oversee the new blockbuster video franchise in Washington, D.C. until opening his own jewelry business. Barry played football at MMA. He enjoyed participating in club sports. Barry is the only cadet at this time I know of to lose 60 pounds in a single year. Barry will attribute that to the harsh South Texas weather. Others would say that his drill instructor, First Sergeant Cook, took a personal interest in him. I'll let him tell the rest of the story. Let it be said, Barry was a diamond in the rough. Work with me, guys. Diamond in the rough. Thank you. Please join me in a round of applause for this evening's newest H.M. Smith, Barry A. Zale. Take that baby off, sir. If there's a wallet in there, I'll get Ryder to hold it for you. Anybody. But. Our second inductee is honoring his father. Lloyd A. Alabach, his wife, and son are here tonight for this recognition. Lloyd A. Alabach was known to many as Al. He grew up in Elmhurst, Illinois. He despised cloudy, cold weather. At age 17, he went to Oklahoma State University and received his degree in industrial engineering. Lloyd would serve in the United States Army as a recon and survey officer from 1951 to 1954, and he made it to the rank of first lieutenant. While in the Army, he also attended Field Artillery School. In 1960, Lloyd started his own company, Thermal Engineering, practiced chemical engineering, and in 1964, he started his second company. With two others, Air-Cooled Exchanges. Both companies served the oil and gas industry in Oklahoma. He had 5 kids and another 2 from a second marriage to Mary and Elizabeth Alabach. One of these young men would attend MMA. Lloyd loved the idea that MMA offered military background young men, and he treasured this great country and its military and its men. Being of German descent and being in the military with a math and engineering background, he was very disciplined. He exercised daily, running 5 miles at 05:30 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 15 years, from the age of 51 to 66, until he broke his ankle, but continued to walk 5 miles every day, along with lifting some weights that he kept the record up for another 20 years. He had 21 grandchildren, 17 great-grandchildren. Al, one could say, was an avid car enthusiast. He loved antique cars and Harley-Davidson motorcycles. He was a member of the early Ford V8 Club, and his 1936 Ford 5-window coupe with a rumble seat won several awards to include the prestigious Dearborn Award one year. Lloyd was a hodophile. I know, a hodophile. That means a person who travels, folks, okay? Just trying to help you all out and educate you tonight. He loved to travel. What's better than having your trustworthy ride take you places? He used his cars and his Harley-Davidsons to travel around the United States. He retired at age 54 and continued to move to warmer climates, from Oklahoma to Texas to Arizona, where he passed away on June 4th, 2019. His legacy continues today with his 21 grandchildren and 17 great-grandchildren. Please join me in a round of applause for Lloyd Al Alabach and his wife Miriam and Michael Parker. Please stand. Thank you. Thank you, Parker. Our third inductee is not here today, literally. Lieutenant Colonel Dennis Joyce, United States Marine Corps, retired, passed away on July 2023. Lieutenant Colonel Grider and I never had the good fortune to meet Lieutenant Colonel Joyce. He donated a total of 6 significant gifts to MMA over the last 2 years. We tried to meet him several times, but his call or his caregiver said that he could not meet it because of medical issues. However, based off his life and seeing MMA cadets and the airport, he gladly donated to the school. It's very apparent that Lieutenant Colonel Dennis Joyce was a man of great character, integrity, and understood commitment. Lieutenant Colonel Joyce was a Marine aviator who flew combat missions during the Korean conflict, and then later returned to the United States to commence a new chapter in his life. He loved flying, so he went to work for American Airlines as a young pilot, eventually retiring as a senior captain for the airlines. Lieutenant Colonel Joyce cared very much about veterans, especially concerning the health care, and was often seen at the Naval Hospital at Camp Pendleton, California, or the Great Lakes Naval Health Care Center in Glenview, Illinois, which was his hometown. He definitely knew Marines and veterans and what motivated them, and he orchestrated arrangements with Dunkin' Donuts to ensure there were always fresh donuts for the PTSD patients. There was a friend who commented about his final meeting with Lieutenant Colonel Joyce. When Denny's medical issues were such that he could hardly talk, Denny whispered to his friend, "Jimmy, I'm going to beat this." The final verse of the Marine Corps hymn goes, "If the Army or the Navy ever look on heaven's seas, they will find the streets are guarded by the United States Marines." There's an inscription on a plaque in Guadalcanal, which was one of the bloodiest battles for the Marine Corps in World War II. On that it says, "When they go to heaven, to St. Peter they will say, 'One more Marine reporting, sir. I've served my time.'" Even after Lieutenant Colonel Dennis Joyce passing, he still serves MMA. And today he reported, "Another Marine reporting, sir, to St. Peter. I've done my time, and I'm ready to serve again." He was married to the love of his wife, Joni, and they had 2 sons. He lived his life as a Marine, his entire life as a Marine. Lieutenant Colonel Dennis Joyce, United States Marine Corps, retired. Please join me in a round of applause. Our final inductee, and it's not on the list, on the program, it's a surprise. This person is notable to us because of the happiness and smiles this inductee has brought to one of our trustees. Despite not being what I like to call an in-ringer, as they say in the World Wrestling Enterprise, right? The inductee has made a name by managing numerous businesses. However, this person brings passion and brings so much to the fellowship as an HMS fellow. Will you please welcome the inductee? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for our newest inductee, Ms. Tricia Zale. That means you have to come up here, young lady. And it fits. Richard, congratulations. Thank you.